I'm sitting here with sales trainer extraordinaire, Mick McCormick. Mick, thank you for joining me. I'm really excited to chat about the biggest fear that so many salespeople have. Just picking up the phone and phoning a prospect. Mick, what's going on? Why is it just so difficult? What is that fear inside us that just says, nah, I'm not phoning them now, not today?
So, Scott, first of all, thank you for inviting me on this. And I'm also excited just to share a few tips in the short time that we have. And in my 35 years of running sales workshops, by over 8,000 workshops that I've run, one of the things that we always are asked to cover is exactly this topic. Mick, how do we get our salespeople to become confident, and not just confident, but to become experts in turning opportunities, i.e. leads, into meetings, and then meetings into sales? And it's an absolute enigma that people who know that the only way you're going to fill your pipeline, is by talking to people. And the first fear that salespeople seem to have is talking to people, particularly if those people are high level. So the higher level the person is in terms of their position and their title, the more it appears that salespeople have this fear that, oh my goodness, I'm going to talk to a CEO, I'm going to talk to a CFO, or I'm going to talk to the business owner. And of course, that's exactly who we should be talking to. So why is it that salespeople have this fear, as you call it, and it is a fear? And some of them even see it as a drag. No, my goodness, I've got to make these calls and I've got to try and make these appointments. Well, we all know that every single sale that takes place around the world starts with a conversation. So the first thing that salespeople have to do, and it's an absolute non-negotiable, is to develop what we call state management. And what does state management actually mean? Scott, I'm not sure if you know what state management actually means. It's the first step in the process of being successful in turning leads into appointments.
State management. Okay, no, I haven't heard of it. Tell me about this first step, because
state management is getting your mind into a state of winning. It's getting into your mind into a state of self-belief. I can do this. Not only I can do it, I want to do it, because when I'm good at it, I'm going to have incredible success from the effort that I'm putting in converting these leads into appointments. So, for example, if you take the Springbok rugby side that we all know won the World Cup last year on the 2nd of November, the major reason, and there were many reasons why they won, but the major reason was that Rassie was a very clever coach, and he didn't coach his team how to play the game. He had other people to do that. What he did was, his role was to develop this incredible state of winning, the state of self-belief, the state of self-confidence, etc. And it was that belief in that team that brought them to winning the most coveted trophy that any rugby side could wish to win. And it's the same in sales. Sales starts with a conversation. So the first thing, and the first bit of advice to all salespeople, is get your mind right. Not that I have to do this, I want to do this. And why do I want to do it? Because I know that I'm going to get success from it. And the more people I talk to, the more I'm exposing myself to the risk of getting more business. So that's my first bit of advice. It's all about attitude. And you and I have spoken about attitude on many occasions, Scott. And it's getting that mindset, that state of mind right in the first place.
Wow, that is fantastic. And that's what it is. It's just that desire to get on the phone and pick it up. Now, Mick, because we've been working together for so long, that we kind of have that whole sort of lead generation, lead nurturing process pretty waxed. So if you've got that, and you've got people who are interested and engaged, they haven't phoned you to set up a call, but you need to be proactive and phone them. It's not a cold call anymore. It's a warm call. But yet, even though it's still a fairly warm call, we still have this anxiety. So my next question is, getting into that state, right? How much work do you need to do on yourself to be able to get you into a state from this anxiety into, I want that opportunity now?
There can't be a more relevant question than you've asked, Scott, because that's the second step, okay, is it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. So as a salesperson, and don't forget that I'm also in sales and I'm also prospecting. I'm in my 50th year of selling, Scott, and I still prospect, okay? However, I'm far more confident, okay? I'm far more excited, not just confident. I'm excited about picking up the phone. And why? It's all about preparation. So the second step is, once you get your mindset into the right state of mind to do what needs to be done, which in this case is to pick up that phone and talk to whoever at whatever position they're in. The second one is that salespeople need to understand far more than they normally do about the person, the actual person that they're going to talk to. Now, you know as well as I do that through a product like Majestic, it allows us to go into a person's profile. And we can learn so much from that profile. We can learn about their history. Some of them put in little anecdotes about what they're keen on and what they do and where their passion is, etc. We can find out how long they've been in their current position. We can find out how long they've been with the company. So when we get on that phone, we've got something relevant to talk to them about. But it's not just about the relevance of the content that we're talking to them about. Immediately, when we relate something, okay, in our opening conversation with that person to what you've learned about them, they're saying, at last I'm dealing with a professional here, not somebody who's just winging it, not somebody who's desperate, okay, to get my biscuit, but somebody who's taken the time and the trouble to find out a bit about me. And then in addition to that, as you know, from a Majestic perspective, it also allows us to go into that organization's website. So again, we can find out some detail about that organization, what they do, how they do it, where their strengths are, etc. and so on. So that's my second tip, and I've got a third one coming up. That's my second tip, is do your homework. When you know, when you're well prepared, you're confident. When you're well prepared, you're excited. So for example, for this video, I've prepared for this. I didn't just come in and sit and start chatting to Scott and saying, oh my God, now what am I going to say now? This has been prepared, and it's the same process in prospecting, okay, with these new logos and these new people that we're trying to get hold of.
So Mick, it's so easy. It's so easy because with LinkedIn, and as you know, from a lead generation perspective, you have their LinkedIn details in front of you. You can do the research. You can see what they like. You can even see, in some cases, do they play sports? You can look at their website. Have they been in the press? You can learn personal information. Oh, I can see you following Bill Gates, or you're, you just put a post about XYZ, or you even do volunteer work. There are so many different ways in which you can get to know the person. So I love what you're saying, because if you do the preparation work and you know the person you're about to speak to, you can start off with that small talk in a way. When you're on the phone and you get in touch with them, you've immediately got something to talk about. So what then, Mick? What is the third step?
Okay, so that leads me on to the third tip, okay, and that is salespeople, stop pitching your sales pitch. Stop pitching. That the call is not about a pitch. So change your conversation that you're going to have into a business conversation as opposed to a sales conversation. Stay away from selling. In these challenging times, there are so many desperate salespeople out there. There are thousands and thousands that are desperate, and these people that are being connected with, are tired of the stereotyped approach. Hello, this is my name. This is what I want to talk to you about. This is how good our company is. This is how good our product is. I'm sure there's areas that we can help you with, etc. That's a sales pitch. Stay away from selling and get into a business conversation. So basically, it's alluding to the fact that the person that you're talking to, you have done your homework, and based on the outcomes of your understanding of them and their business, okay, this is some value, okay, that we can explore going forward. Okay, that we've had incredible success in the past with organizations similar to yours, Mr. So-and-so, and without me even suggesting without me suggesting that we can help your company, it would be really, really of value if you could just give me some insight in terms of how you're dealing with these challenging times and so on, because there may be an opportunity for us to guide you and assist you through these difficult times going forward. So that's a much softer approach. It's a professional approach. And once again, it indicates that you're not desperate, that you're a professional, and that you have some genuine value to add to that organization going forward. And that's so stay away from the sales pitch and get into a business conversation. And it's all about conversations and not selling. That's what it's about. And the fact that you said, Scott, okay, that we're not here, okay, to sell to people. We're here to help organizations. That's the message that's got to come through in salespeople's conversation when they do have them with their prospects.
Mick, it's absolutely amazing. And for those of you listening to this, if you want to be able to do not just your lead generation, not just the warm-ups and the lead nurturing, and how to do the research and actually get the training on what to do when those leads start coming through, there's really no better person to talk to than Mick McCormick at MIT Africa. And of course, myself at maj3.com. We would love to have a conversation with you and really, really ignite your sales. Mick, any more closing thoughts before we finish off?
Absolutely. Just one very quick one. If you're scared of picking up the phone, that's your fault. If a salesperson is scared of picking up the phone, it's their fault. It means that they have not worked on the advice that we've given now. Getting their mind into a state of winning, into a state of confidence, into a state of excitement. They have not done their preparation like they should have done, okay, as we've mentioned, and they're using the wrong pitch. Okay, so stop pitching and start having a business conversation, which indicates to the person that you're talking to that you're a professional, you've done your homework, and that you're already there to help them and not to sell anything to them. That's just in summary my advice, Scott.
Mick McCormick, absolutely amazing. Please contact us, MIT Africa and maj3.com. Visit our website. Mick, this is not going to be the first conversation that you and I have around this topic and other topics around sales. Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to our next chat.
I'm excited too, Scott, and thank you so much for having me. I really enjoy these sessions, and hopefully it's adding value to the people out there that are looking for these tips. Thank you so much.